Uh, Thank you so much for being here. The main goal of VSP, or our goal is to bring the investors, people who has 200, 300, 500, 800, right? EB-5 cost somewhere around close to $1 million. But a lot of people ask me, a lot of questions we got, and I was talking to Abdulji when I met him. Sir, there are a lot of people here, with little money, big money, small money, a lot of the misconception of understanding projects are failing, what do we do, and all this discussion. He said, okay, why don't we have a seminar there? You conduct and we call people. So now, for the people who are here in the room and for the people who are watching online, I just wanted to introduce the team we have here. People who are successfully got EB-5 visas. Our Dr. Kazim ji, who is dear enough to, with so much of achievement here, he still have the vision of living there for 3 months and living back here 3 months. That's a concept, we were discussing yesterday. We were able to achieve it through that vision. And some of you, or many of you, or any of your friends who is interested, you can share the knowledge once you learn from this seminar.
First, let me share you my story. I left Hyderabad in 1975 when I was a teenager, when my memories of Hyderabad are frozen in time. So you'll have to forgive me. I have been in the US for almost 50 years. And when my parents were alive, I would come back and forth. The last time I came here was 99. And after that, I came back once at the invitation of Dr. Kazim, who's my original EB-5 successful client. And from him, my practice in this area grew and grew and grew. And right now, I'm responsible for almost over $200 million in investments in the US. And it's all because of the program is, I think, the slideshow might be self-explanatory. Oh, sorry. You're better at it, so why don't you do the honors? Most likely I'll screw it up if I do. So I'll let him do it. So that being said, this is basically the overview of how the EB-5 immigrant program works. So the idea is any foreign national, Indians who have 800,000 if you're in the T-zone. T-zone is a targeted employment area where the visa category is current. In other words, if you apply today, you will get a visa generally within 12 to 18 months. But you have to have a project to invest the money in. So clearly I'm here to encourage investments in from people and the developers that you know. With that being said, Mr. Pabad Reddy and Mr. Venkatraman here, who are spearheading the Infinity Road project in North Carolina, I would highly encourage you to meet with them one-on-one. And Tariq Azmi, he is my nephew, also is a developer. And I have Mr. Abdurrahman here, who is already an investor in the program. So the brief overview is you apply, and you have to have 800,000 US dollars and approximately 60, 70,000 or so in processing fees, and then you get a visa for your whole family and children under 21. That's the essence of the program. Right now in the category, it's China. There's 10,000 visas available per year, and the slot opens up, and then it's usually gone very fast. There's an enormous amount of wealth in India and China and Vietnam that people are ready to invest in the US. So the overview of the program here, as you can pretty much tell, this is how it works. US offers 10,000 visas for residency, and in 5 years you get to become a permanent resident as soon as your money is invested. So there's a lot of complicated details. I don't want to bore you with how the program works, because most of it, which I tell you now, you'll probably forget and have follow-up questions anyway. So that being said, I will certainly open up the floor for you if you have any questions, something specific that you need to ask. So I'm here ready to answer your questions.
Surgeon by profession. I lived in Hyderabad all my life. I was a promoter, director at Paradise Group of restaurants it was a family business for 68 years. We exited the business in the year, 2 years back, 2.5 years back. We sold it to a private equity, and then we moved on. I met Mr. Arif way back in 2017, and one of my friends in Chicago, I was exploring the various options for my children who were studying in the US, for them to permanently stay back. So a friend of mine who's a doctor in Chicago, he said that I have a friend in Wichita, Kansas, you should meet, he's a lawyer. So we decided to fly into Wichita, and my first interaction with Mr. Arif was very interesting. I land at the airport and see one gentleman in a truck with shorts and banyan and a hat. And my friend says, he is your lawyer. And being from this part of the world, we normally have a different kind of image when we meet a doctor or a lawyer. So I said, he is the lawyer, and it took me some time to really digest the fact that he is going to be the EB-5 lawyer. And then we checked into the hotel, and next morning we happened to go to his office, and I see a different Arif there. Mr. Arif Saab was in his full suit, ready for some argument somewhere, and that's how our journey started. And Wichita, being a very small place in the center of America, at that point I had to invest about $500,000. So Mr. Arif got all his friends, business contacts together. We started the project, and it was a great journey. We had a lot of challenges, but as I said, there are many lawyers across America who are ready to, make you invest in EB-5. But what makes Mr. Arif Saab different is, he knows our culture. He was a teenager here, and he knows, especially people who invest in EB-5 are the people who are well-to-do in this part of the world, who are ready to put in that kind of money. So they have, they have all the privileges here. So Arif Saab really understands where they're coming from. And we started the project, and it had a lot of, during COVID, it had a lot of challenges, and he always motivated, stood by me, and we had to create about 15 jobs, which during COVID, without his support, without Tarek's support, it would not have sustained. I got my green card in Jan 23, and there was a conditionality for 2 years, which was just now, with the help of Mr. Arif, we got that done. So I am his first EB-5 candidate, and it's been a wonderful journey.
I'm a current candidate of EB-5. Again, I have applied my EB-5 in this year itself, in 2024 March, and I have got the receipt notice in 2024 April itself, just because of Mr. Abdul. I came across with Abdul in the last year, and the most important thing, everyone might be thinking, we might be spending all this money, and we are investing $800,000, and how come it's secured? That is the most important part. The thing is, Abdul himself, he's having a regional center who's been monitoring all these 800,000. The only thing is, whenever they give a report for USCIS, with whom he is dealing with, those reports are being copied to you on, time by time. They are supposed to give this report for USCIS every 3 months. So those reports are being copied to you, because of which you are so comfortable, and you know that where exactly your money has been spent. So you don't need to worry, where the project is going, because you yourself are monitoring by these copies that where exactly the money is being spent. So there is no worry about the projects, and these guys are dealing only with those projects in which they are personally involved. So I myself am really thankful, and I'm very comfortable with my investments and by the results itself, which has taken only 3 weeks to get my receipt notice. So really, I'm thankful for this.
For the past 40 years. And we have ventured into US with a project of 44 townhouses that is incidentally falling in the target area, TEA zone. And we are coming up with 44 townhouses spread over in an extent of 15 acres. And there are a lot of, we have physically visited the sites, we have chosen the site, and the plan is ready now to construct. We will be starting next month. Now, this project of 44 townhouses is spread, it's ground and first, each townhouse, and there are 44 in an acreage of 15 acres. So when you are comparing with this or any other similar townhouses in US also, this has a lot of open space. It has a lot of tree wooded areas, and there is a natural stream which is flowing along, and it's a live stream. And it's on the ridge also. And the moment you enter that, you will feel you are on top of those areas, and all other areas are much below this place. It is a beautiful place to invest in, and the revenue and the returns also will be higher, and it will be a 100% safer project. I would request you to, if any prosper applicants, to kindly consider this into that. We are open for, now we can take those EB-5 applicants. We have become eligible now. Already we have a regional, so we can accept legally we can accept those applications.
నా పేరు విక్రమ్ సాగర్ పసాల, విఎస్పి క్యాపిటల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ CEO ఆఫ్ కోట్రాకర్. ఈరోజు మేము EB-5 ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ సెమినార్ హైదరాబాద్లో మా అటార్నీని US నుంచి పిలిచాము. ఆయన EB-5 సెమినార్ చేశారు. We invited about 100 people here with the registrations, and we had a wonderful event today on the EB-5 investments for people who wanted to go settle in US. Business owners కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే professors కావచ్చు, people with ambition to settle down and take their families into US, and వాళ్ళు లైఫ్ అక్కడ సెటిల్ చేసుకోవడానికి కోసమని మేము ఇక్కడ సెమినార్ చేశాము. So it was a successful event, and we want to thank media and the audience who attended here, and people who attended our online live video. We want to do this program again in Delhi and Gujarat and other places here. But this is a successful event. We learned a lot from the audience, and also we learned a lot from our EB-5 attorney. Thank you everyone for coming here, and we want to do more programs like this. Please do watch us, and look out for our YouTube. అయితే ఫస్ట్ VSP క్యాపిటల్ అనేది ఫస్ట్ టైం వచ్చింది. అంటే I live in US, so నాకు హైదరాబాద్లో ఏం చేశారో తెలియదు. మేము అక్కడి నుంచి తీసుకొచ్చాము. I live in Detroit, so this is the first time event we are doing it here. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూసినట్టుగా అయితే ఇప్పుడు మన ప్యారడైజ్ ఓనరు మన అబ్దుల్ గారు కానీ లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు మన కరుణాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు పటాన్చెరు ఎక్స్ బీజేపీ క్యాండిడేటు, ఆయన సెలబ్రిటీ హోమ్స్ అని చెప్పి వాళ్ళది ఒక 2,000 ఎకరాలు ఉంటుంది డెవలప్మెంట్ అంతా కూడా. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు కూడా దే ఆర్ ఆల్ డూయింగ్ EB-5 ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఇన్ US, అండ్ వీళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఢిల్లీ నుంచి కానీ, లేకపోతే వి గట్ పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ గుజరాత్, వి గట్ పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ సౌత్ నుంచి వచ్చారు, బెంగళూరు అండ్ బెంగళూరు అండ్ దెన్ తమిళనాడు నుంచి వచ్చారు జనాలు, చెన్నై నుంచి. సో ఎస్, దిస్ ఈవెంట్ ఫస్ట్ చేసాము, బట్ వీ హ్యాడ్ అ డీసెంట్ టర్న్అవుట్.
Hi everyone, it's a great honor and privilege to return to this wonderful city, the most dynamic place on earth, a place I call heaven on earth, and this is my birthplace. I left this place when I was 16 years old. So I returned in a very privileged status, and I'm very privileged to be part of this wonderful journey. And I thank all of you viewers, I thank all of you media for making my presence possible. And again, I'm here and available to take any questions and answers as a follow-up. Thank you again.